What if you could achieve more by doing less? Welcome to the fascinating world of the 80-20th principle. Imagine a world where 80% of your desired outcomes result from just 20% of your efforts. Sounds too good to be true. Yet this is the transformative power of the 80-20 principle. A universal concept that asserts that a small amount of effort can lead to a large amount of results. This principle is not confined to the realm of business. It's applicable to various facets of life, including time management, relationships, and even personal happiness. This concept was brought to life by Lea Schullery in her enlightening book, Living the 80-20th Way. Schullery presents the 80-20th principle as a method for achieving better results with less effort. The book is an exploration, a journey into how this principle can lead to increased productivity, success, and happiness by focusing on high-value activities. Living the 80-20th Way is not just a book. It's a guide, a tool that you can use to navigate through life more efficiently. Schullery breaks down the principle into 3 steps: choosing a destination, finding the best route, and taking 80-20 action. She illustrates the application of these steps with relatable examples, such as a restaurant owner optimizing his business. The book also delves into the concept of happiness islands and achievement islands. These are areas of your life where you are most productive and joyful. The aim is to identify these islands and spend more time on them, thereby optimizing your time for happiness and productivity. Moreover, Schullery applies the 80-20 principle to finances, emphasizing the power of compound interest and the importance of setting specific financial goals. She also addresses the challenges of building strong relationships in a busy world, advocating for concentrating efforts on the vital 20% of relationships that contribute significantly to satisfaction and value. With the 80-20 principle, the goal is to maximize results while minimizing efforts. Now, let's explore how. It's a paradox. By working less, you can achieve more. Now that might seem counterintuitive, but history is replete with examples of this principle in action. Take, for instance, the invention of the wheel. Instead of lugging heavy loads manually, our ancestors used wheels to do the heavy lifting, thus achieving more with less effort. This principle also applies to personal time management. Often, we find ourselves swamped with tasks, working around the clock and still feeling like we haven't achieved much. That's because not all tasks are created equal. Some tasks yield high value, while others not so much. The trick is to identify these high-value tasks, the vital 20% that contributes to 80% of the results. By focusing on these tasks, we can increase our productivity and achieve more while actually working less. Remember, the key is not to work harder, but smarter. The 80-20th principle is not just a concept, it's a process. A 3-step process to be precise, and here's how it works. Step 1 is choosing a destination. This isn't just about picking a goal, it's about picking the right goal, the one that will have the most significant impact. It's about focusing on the vital 20% that will deliver 80% of your desired results. Step 2 is finding the best route. This isn't about the shortest distance between 2 points. It's about finding the most effective path, the one that leverages your strengths and resources to get you where you want to go. Finally, step 3 is taking 80-20th action. This means focusing your efforts where they will have the most substantial effect, rather than spreading yourself thin. Consider a restaurant owner. By focusing on the 20% of dishes that bring in 80% of her revenue, she can streamline her menu, reduce costs, and increase customer satisfaction. By focusing your actions, you can achieve your goals more efficiently and effectively. Our time is precious, so why not spend it on what brings us the most happiness and achievement? Imagine your life as an archipelago, a cluster of islands, each representing different aspects of your life. Some islands are filled with joy and fulfillment. We'll call these your happiness islands. Others, your achievement islands, are where you feel most productive and accomplished. The concept of happiness islands revolves around the activities, people, and places that bring you the most joy. Perhaps it's a hobby you're passionate about, cherished moments with loved ones, or a serene spot in nature that calms your soul. These islands are your sanctuaries of bliss, where time seems to stand still and life's worries fade into the background. On the other hand, achievement islands represent the areas in your life where you excel. This could be your professional career, a talent you've honed, or a cause you tirelessly advocate for. These are the spaces where you feel empowered, competent, and truly in your element. The key to optimizing your happiness and productivity lies in identifying these islands and spending more time on them. It's about understanding that not all activities are created equal. Some will yield higher levels of happiness and achievement than others. By recognizing and prioritizing these essential areas, you can harness the transformative power of the 80-20 principle, focusing your time and energy on what truly matters to you. But how do you identify these islands? Start by reflecting on your daily activities. Which ones leave you feeling elated and fulfilled? Which tasks make you lose track of time because you're so engrossed? Those are your happiness and achievement islands. Remember, it's not about doing more, but doing what counts. It's about making strategic choices to allocate your time where it yields the maximum happiness and achievement. In this way, you can create a life that is not only successful, but also deeply satisfying. Your happiness and achievement islands are where you truly thrive. Spend more time there. Scene script. Money and relationships are crucial aspects of life. Can the 80-20th principle help us manage them better? Let's dive into the financial aspect first. This principle suggests that 80% of your wealth comes from 20% of your financial endeavors. It's like planting a seed and nurturing it until it grows into a sturdy tree. The initial 20% of your effort is invested in planting and caring for the seed, but the tree that eventually grows, representing 80% of the final result, is what really counts. Let's consider compound interest, the snowball effect in the financial world. It starts small, with the initial investment being your 20% effort. Over time, the interest accumulates, and the snowball grows, ultimately contributing to 80% or more of your overall wealth. This is the power of focus and consistency. The key is to identify the best financial routes, set specific goals, and take action. Now, let's turn to relationships. In a world that is increasingly connected yet paradoxically disconnected, fostering meaningful relationships can be a challenge. The 80-20 principle here suggests that 80% of your satisfaction in relationships stems from a vital 20% of your connections. Think about it. You might have hundreds of social media friends, but how many of them truly add value to your life? By focusing your effort on nurturing these valuable relationships, you can increase your satisfaction and mutual value. It's not about the quantity of relationships, but the quality. So whether it's your finances or relationships, the 80-20 principle encourages you to focus on what matters most. It's about identifying that crucial 20%, be it investments that will provide the most significant returns, or relationships that bring you the most joy and satisfaction. When it comes to money and relationships, less is often more. In a world obsessed with more, the 80-20th principle advocates for less. It challenges the common perception that happiness is directly proportional to material wealth. In reality, this skewed perspective often leads to stress, dissatisfaction, and a never-ending chase for more. What if we told you that less could actually be more? Enter the concept of simplicity. The ancient philosopher Epicurus professed that the path to happiness lies not in materialistic excess, but in simple pleasures. A warm conversation, a good book, a peaceful walk, these are things that truly enrich our lives. By applying the 80-20th principle, we can identify and focus on the 20% of our lives that brings us 80% of our joy. This could mean decluttering our homes, simplifying our schedules, or spending more time with loved ones. The 80-20th principle invites us to embrace a simpler, more fulfilling life. It's about doing less but enjoying more. But to summarize, the 80-20th principle is a powerful tool for enhancing success and happiness with less effort. It's a principle that can be applied to various aspects of life, from personal time management to financial planning and relationship building. The key is to focus on the 20% of efforts that yield 80% of the desired outcomes. We've seen how the principle can be applied to work less and achieve more, following a 3-step process: choosing a destination, finding the best route, and taking 80-20th action. We've also discussed the concept of happiness and achievement islands, and how identifying and spending more time on these can optimize productivity and joy. The 80-20th principle also holds power in managing finances, nurturing relationships, and embracing a simpler life. It's all about identifying what brings true value and investing time and energy in those areas. Remember, true happiness comes from investing your time in what brings you joy. That's living the 80/20th way.